intellectual entertainment folks. Nice to have you guys.
Hey, Scorch, how you doing?
Doing okay. How are you?
I'm very well.
It's Dave and Kristen, and I forgot your name, young man.
Mr. Mark.
Yeah, I didn't forget your name. So I'm glad to have you guys here. Thank you very much for coming in.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us on.
Busy time for the intellectuals, huh?
Yeah. Our podcast has just been like exploding and
Blowing up.
Yeah, we did 5 interviews up in LA yesterday. And
Yeah.
It was amazing.
So explain to those that don't know, and everybody's going to know by the end, what exactly is the Intellectual Podcast?
I'll let you take this.
Exactly what it is. Mark interrupting Dave.
Yeah,
And that's in a nutshell.
this is me in a nutshell.
And then Kristen in
What am I
her
doing?
sarcastic Chi-Town ways.
No, the Intellectual Podcast is the three of us and one of our other cohorts, Steve Schwartz. We're all filmmakers, actors, and I'm a writer, producer, director, and we talk to other entertainment professionals at all walks of life. And we try to just learn their stories, where they come from, where they're going, what their dreams are, how they've found success or how they're trying to find success, and try to get to the truth of who the person is, not just the soundbite that you.
It's nice because you're all, and I've heard it, you're all very natural. Like you don't.
That's true.
We are. You don't. You're not.
Have you hold this mic for me?
You're not making the guests feel like anything is forced.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're actually making the guests feel comfortable.
Yeah,
which
well,
helps quite a
A
bit.
little help of scotch, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of alcohol once in a while, but no, we
Local beer.
We do our best to really just have conversations with our guests, and so because we are also professionals, we come from the standpoint that anybody we have on our show, we have a common point to start a conversation from.
That's true.
And we just start a conversation. And so we don't research our guests. We don't go crazy trying to come up with, a question is going to put them in a corner. We just want to discover them as people naturally discover people in a casual conversation.
But have you ever said to yourselves, this SOB, let's get a question that will put him in a corner?
No, the only SOB who's been put in a corner is me.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the nice thing about asking people just about who they are is they back themselves into a corner, so they do it on their own. And so we just let them do it. If they go there, I mean, yesterday we had a pretty racy little podcast with a bigger celebrity, so you might want to tune in for
Big
that. But
like-
that was all her. No, her, and she was not big.
Oh, yeah.
She was beautiful and talented, but she was
She put
fun,
me in a
to
corner.
say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put Dave in a corner.
Now, Kristen, your background, you're from Chicago.
I am.
And you actually did radio as well, am I correct? Or something like that?
Yeah, I actually still have that radio show going on. It's Entertainment Spotlight. So
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I just Skype
her again?
Yeah.
up with the Chi-Town.
Sorry.
I know, right? Well, he's a comedian. He's got to
No
say.
one
He's
says
got to
that.
say what he thinks is funny stuff.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why.
right.
So, how do you like doing the podcast with the intellectuals in comparison to your your radio show?
It's different. It's a different dynamic. It's obviously more than one person. So you have a group full of people, and being able to find out about these guests and work with these guys and not kind of step over each other, but be there to help each other and help this flow along. It's been a really cool process. It really has.
It's tough to if you don't have chemistry, you can't gel with each other. And a team show. I do a radio
That's where
show
the
called the
alcohol
Scorch,
comes
Mike
in.
and Russ radio show that's on many stations across the country. And it wouldn't work if we didn't gel together. We gel together so much that when one of us isn't there, it kind of messes up the whole feel of the show. We still go on because we're professionals, but it kind of messes up the whole feel of the show. And that's nice to see that it's gotten that way with you guys.
And these two are actually the fourth and fifth co-hosts that I've had over the course of my 2 years doing the podcast.
Well, what's your problem, man? What the hell, man?
No problem.
Although I shouldn't say that either. Look how many co-hosts I've had.
I've been seeking the right.
Remember this, guys.
Yeah.
Won't be here next week.
And what we've got here is we've got the comedian and we've got the beautiful woman, and they're both performers of different types.
And we got Steve Schwartz.
He does more comedy, and she does more dramatic
Token
roles.
Jewish.
And so between the two of them and myself as a director, and Steve Schwartz, who's our token Jew.
You know what? Scorch
we
Mike
have
and Rush Show
everything
has a
covered.
token Jew too.
We have every base covered, and so we've
monetary.
got a good flow with every guest that we have. I know we've got something for you.
What do you have?
Can you hand us that bag?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We heard.
We heard on the grapevine that today's your birthday.
Today's my birthday.
So we got this it's in a bag. It says,
Happy
I saw
day,
the
bro."
candles. You need these sunglasses.
Thank you.
That means he's old.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you
my mom has
here we
difficulty
go.
now.
My mom.
She falls asleep the older she gets, and oftentimes with sodas and drinks of any kind in her hands.
I'm there with her.
So here's a sippy cup for you.
Oh, thank you.
And
Nice. Sippy cup. Yeah.
Yep.
you know, dementia's a problem.
It is.
As you get
Dementia
older.
was a problem with me as soon as I started
and
smoking.
it's really easy to get lost when the lights are out. So here's a lava nightlight for you.
Not just
That's
any
cool.
light.
You know what? Honestly, that's freaking cool, man. Yeah, I'll take that.
Little lava nightlight. And,
Wow.
you know, anal leakage is a problem as you get older, too.
Yeah.
So we got you a box of good.
From what I've heard.
That is so cool.
I wouldn't know.
And of course, you know,
You know, can I try one of these on right now?
Please do.
that's a good idea. A card, but you can read that whenever.
Yep.
And
Unless there's money in there, that's what I do with all the cards I get.
We got you an intellectual entertainment.
See, I don't
Yeah,
like.
just
I
in case
like
you lose
hats.
your
I
hair.
appreciate the hat, but if I put a hat on, I look like I'm going through chemo.
Oh my God.
You know, so if I wear a hat,
You actually look like a trucker.
You look like Kevin
does look like a
Federline, is what you look like.
oh yeah, thanks. That's what I want to look
Federline.
like, Kevin Federline. Great.
I'm sure he's
So-
happy about that. No
Yeah.
one's mentioned him in a long time.
Yeah, right?
Who haven't you interviewed yet that you would like to?
Well, I mean, my dream interview would be Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. As a writer and a film
As
producer.
a writer, as a director, as a producer. I mean,
That's just for you,
The man's
yeah.
done. He's done comedy. He's done horror. He's done the dramatic. You know, Schindler's List. I mean, in 1 year, that man did Jurassic Park and Schindler's List.
How do the cool kids wear their hats these days? Is that right?
Not like that.
That's exactly it.
That's not it?
Well, if it were 1987.
Shut up, man.
Well, that was his era. Right?
Oh, another one of my era. So,
But no, it's that man for me is like he's amazing in the industry, and it would be so cool to have a chance to just sit and pick his brain for an hour. That's my dream.
do you all
Jenna
have like?
Jameson would be.
I've already met her on the red carpet
Jenna
because of the
Jameson?
podcast. So, yeah, I actually have. I have her saying you're listening to something very intellectual.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, aren't you special?
I hung out with her at the whiskey.
I have her saying something other than that. But you know,
Yeah, but you paid for that one.
I certainly paid for that. And Kristen, who would you most like to, if you haven't done anyone yet? Who would you want to interview?
Well, it would have to be like Meryl Streep or Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore.
Yeah. Love Pauly Shore. What?
Nothing what?
Meryl Streep and
I
Pauly
think we could
Shore?
actually probably get him, to be honest with you. Right? His mom owns the comedy store. He's down there all the time.
Available, then, you know,
I would want to
definitely
interview Will Smith.
Will Smith.
That's
huh?
one.
Gonna
That's
get
one.
jiggy with it.
There's one person. Shut up already. You know what? I can cut this down to. I can cut this down to one sofa. So it's just these two and those two. You can go back
Look at
out.
this. We're like in a Super Bowl commercial. There's 15 of us on this sofa.
Now, tell us more about the intellectual podcast. You can get the intellectual
Scorch,
podcast.
real quick. I just want to point out that he's giving up the person he would most likely want to be interviewing while he's interviewing you. He's telling you who he would rather be interviewing.
I don't book the guests. I don't want to interview these guys. They were available, Matey Mike. They were available.
And we said yes. That's
And
the
they
most
said
important.
yes. That's even better. So you can get. You're on like iTunes and.
We're on iTunes and Stitcher and a number of the podcast apps that people can download, or you can visit our website. It's ixe.us.
What I would like to do is,
We got short films and a YouTube channel. and
I
all
think
that
it's
stuff.
great. What's the YouTube channel?
YouTube.com/intellectual network.
I would love if you guys would be willing to become part of the show more often. I'd like to have you on every once in a while.
Okay.
And
The
yeah.
guy who doesn't make the decisions.
Well, that's cool. He does that a lot, I notice, you know. And we're going to make like a kind of a regular segment. We'd like to feature what you're doing in your podcast. And
Be happy to do
and maybe we can play some little segments from the podcast. And we'll do some mixing around of the shows.
Yeah, that'd be great. And
Have we had Scorch on the podcast yet? I don't.
No, I've never been
I don't
invited.
believe so.
well, I was waiting until after we were on your show.
Just to make sure.
You're invited, yeah.
Hey, it's the Intellectual Entertainment and Intellectual Podcast. Give it up for those folks. Hell yeah. Woo!
Thank you, Scorch.
Thank you. Hang tight for a second. Now, what we are going to do is, I'll tell you what, why don't we do Facebook feedback? We can ask the question to everybody here. Facebook feedback. What food did you eat the most of that you got so sick of it that you can't even touch it anymore?
Bologna.
Bologna?
It's like
you used,
Franken food.
and you used to eat a lot of bologna?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It shows, too.
Well, no, I wasn't going to say that,
I'm
but
just
you know.
Oh, baloney, Dave.
Dude, you gave me panty shields. I'm not going to make fun of you. Come on. Oh, men's shields. That's right. Excuse me. So what about you, Kristen?
I have a love-hate relationship with mashed potatoes.
How can you hate mashed
No,
potatoes?
because I eat so much of them.
Yeah, you can
that
tell.
I
Look
have
at
to
you.
Stop. I'm like, no, put you down, bowl, and it goes, for like a week.
I look at you and I'd see him.
response would be meat.
Well, that too. I mean,
Are you a vegetarian?
I'm
Not
meat.
eating.
Well,
vegan.
then it would be meat, dairy, butter, cheese. Yeah, I don't eat.
Oh, see, I'm a vegetarian, but I don't do the vegan thing.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a whole nother level.
Yeah,
I
it
was
is.
just saying, like on a vegan level, mashed potatoes. I'm telling you.
Mark Atkinson, what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with tequila.
You schmuck.
Tequila is not a food.
It's peaked.
Is a food?
It starts from a food.
It does start from
college.
the food. Andrea, what do you have that you ate once and you ate so much as a kid that you don't like anymore?
This is going to make me sound like a child because it's not from when I was a kid. It's still from right now. But I would say now and later candy because I have them on my desk at work. And I just eat them all day. Well, I don't anymore because
Are they like banana and lime and stuff?
Terrified to eat those. Like, I'll lose my fillings.
Yeah, I
Aren't they like
they are
they're like
very
Starburst, right?
right out.
So it's shaped like a Starburst, but it's really
They're
hard.
hard. And then you have some now, and then you're supposed to save some for later, but I never
Oh, I get
do.
it.
Later, you pay $150 to get that filling where you.
Now this is going to
The
be
later
fun.
part of it is that you're constantly
It's
picking
just
it out
still
of your
in my
teeth
teeth
later.
for later.
This part's going to be fun because Medi Mike may have had a case of the munchies once or twice in his life. So let's find out. Medi Mike, have you eaten anything that you don't like?
You know what I won't eat that I was force fed as a kid is that cheap cheese that doesn't have cheese in it.
Like the
You know what I'm
Velveeta?
talking? It's not Velveeta. Velveeta's what the rich people got. It's when you would open it. No, government cheese was good. You would open
Government
it up
cheese wasn't.
and you would snap. It would snap. The cheese would break. It wouldn't.
Oh, like the
bend.
cheese stick.
No. It's,
Kraft
it's
American
flat.
cheese
It's
and the-
like Velveeta slice, but it's for poor people.
It was
So it's
really
like
cheap stuff that had no
oil
actual
and
dairy in it.
Chicken.
Well, Medi Mike,
Actually eat it.
I'm sorry I asked you the question, man.
It's really traumatized.
I am.
You have no idea.
I'm so sorry I asked. So Andrew, we got a lot of listeners, a lot of viewers that sent us in. Andrew in Athol, Massachusetts. Yes, there is a place called Athol, Massachusetts. Athol. Look it up. He said Boston baked beans.
Boston baked
Oh, this
beans.
is so good.
Boston baked
I'm sure
beans.
everybody else doesn't want him to eat those.
You know?
It's not.
It's a candy. It's a coated
Everybody else is
candy.
happy.
Peanut with the red.
Oh, maybe those ones, right? Maybe the candy. Yeah.
Nothing to do with an actual
Now,
bean.
Jen from right here in San Diego, California, said anything with high fructose corn syrup.
Everything delicious.
So everything good.
High fructose corn syrup.
Everything delicious. and
Melissa
addictive.
was in Nashua, New Hampshire. Melissa says liverwurst. Even when I ate meat,
I never even bothered to eat.
it's just so nasty. I used to work at a deli, and you can squish liverwurst out of the tubing it's in. It's just like, it's like brown diarrhea-ish toothpaste. You know what I mean? Is what it is. Finally, my pal Tom from the reggae band Classic Vibe, who we featured last season, said he can't eat Jamaican jerk chicken because the spices make him sick.
Well, that's a bummer.
Basically, anything
I've
I
heard
eat makes
Jamaican
me
jerk
sick.
chicken.
I can't eat anything that makes me feel. I'm such a chick. You guys know. The people that know me, I eat virtually nothing. Remember when we did the 48-hour
That's
film
true. We were
festival?
in a 2-day shoot, and the man ate nothing.
We're out in the middle of the desert. We're in the middle of the desert. It's
burger.
120 degrees. They're like, eat. You're gonna eat. You're gonna pass out. I'm like, no, I feel great. Let's go. That's me though. You know.
Carrot shavings, celery
I had a
strings.
grape yesterday. I'm good.
I could eat a grape and it'd fill me up for probably a week.
He literally said that. He goes, no, I ate yesterday. I'm good.
That's me.
15 degrees outside.
Check out. We're gonna have the Scorchs pfg-tv Facebook page going by the time next show runs. So it's facebook.com/ScorchPFG-TV. How about that? Let's do another break. We're coming back. We have a lot more. Taylor, Birdman, Larison coming up in just a few.